So is it time to break free from your job? Now, if you're somebody who watches our channel normally, you're probably not used to this background, but we're actually working our business a little bit while we're on vacation right here in Maui. Now, I know a lot of people out there are looking for a way that they can get more freedom, make more impact, and also make more money so you can go on more vacations with your family. And that's exactly what we've been able to do. Now, for me personally, I became a police officer a little bit over 20 years ago, and I was making about $48,000 a year. Over that 20 years, I worked hard. I made my way up to the rank of Sergeant 2 within the Los Angeles Police Department, and I ended up making about $130,000 a year. But to be honest, I felt totally trapped. A lot of my life was dictated by my career, and it's kind of crazy because that's the life that I actually dreamed of when I was younger. But then when I achieved it, I had this feeling that there was a better way to make an impact in a way that would give me more freedom so I could spend more time and energy with my family. And I ended up finding that. Now, for me personally, that started out with me becoming a life coach. Now, the first official year of me becoming a life coach, I made $110,000 a year. The second year, we 2.5 times that. So why am I telling you this? Well, because there's 3 incredibly important things that you absolutely need to know that can hold you back if you don't. We wanted to make sure that we did this video for you now so that you know what it's going to take to be able to create that business of your dreams so that you can finally have that exit strategy. So let's jump into the first thing you absolutely need to know. Number 1 is your brain is going to try and convince you to keep it safe. My wife Teresa and I put together this long workshop where we shared 10 different things you need to know while you're in the process of leaving your job. And what we found more than not is so many people convince themselves to stay in the comfortable position of just staying in their job. And let me tell you, if that's the decision you make, you're not going to get any shame, guilt, or humiliation from me. That is your decision. But there's so many other people who actually want more, but they're just really afraid of what it's going to be like when they step out there, when they create that business, and when they do things they've never done before. Guess what? That's kind of what your brain is made to do. It's made to keep you safe, and it's going to do whatever it can to convince you that it's wrong to take this new step. I want you to know this in advance, because when it comes up, you get to make a decision on which direction you go. Most people who don't understand this just go in the direction of safety and get back into their comfort zone. But when you're aware of this, it gives you the power to make a different decision if you choose. So if you really do want to leave your job and you think about all the amazing possibilities of what it would look like on the other end, then you have to be willing to fight against this internal programming. Now, one of the questions that I used to really help me through this was, what is a way that I could start building my business now while still working my job because I still had a family to support in the meantime? That is what ultimately led me to life coaching, because it was something that I can do on the side and build up to get me to the point where I could retire early from the LAPD. Now, this leads into thing number 2 that you need to know, and that is the grass is greener on the other side, but there still is some hard work that you need to put in first. Have you ever heard that quote that the grass is greener on the other side? Well, when it comes to leaving a job that makes you feel like you're stuck, the grass is greener on the other side, but entrepreneurship is not easy. It's the entire reason why we have this channel. There's so many different ideas, suggestions, businesses, leadership principles to employ, and of course, many different business tactics that can definitely get us chasing the shiny objects. But here's the truth about business. Your business will grow at the level that you personally grow. Like my mentor says, your outward success is a reflection of your inner growth. If you want to grow as an entrepreneur, you need to grow as a person. So my question to you would be, what are some of the skills and attributes of a successful business owner? And who is someone you can learn those from right now? I'm sure we can all agree that somebody who's making 6 figures has different skills and attributes than someone who's currently making 7 figures. It's time to grow into the type of person who already has that goal. So much of that is the principles that we share here on this channel, especially on our live calls. But if you don't connect with us, definitely find somebody that you do. And if you're getting some value from this video so far, definitely hit the like button and subscribe for more video trainings like this. And the third thing you absolutely need to know is it's time to start looking at things differently. Here on Modern Leadership, we talk about we see things differently. As an entrepreneur and as a leader, we have to be looking at things through a different lens. Let me give you an example. In your job or your career, generally we trade time for money. As an entrepreneur, you don't do that. You can spend a lot of time and energy and get no money, or actually spend a little bit of time and energy and get a lot. So the first thing that I needed to do to get out of the employee mindset was to remind myself this is not a time for money situation. I also have to be thinking about what is something that I can create or do today that will pay off for the long-term future. But also, what do I need to do right now to make some income today? Because let me tell you, the bill collection agencies won't try to stop collecting just because you're an entrepreneur. You need to make money to support you and your family, which is why it's time to start seeing things differently. Now I have a bonus tip for you. If you're someone who wants a true life of freedom, be careful of the type of business that you do decide to create. You don't want to create another business that you feel handcuffed to that doesn't give you the life of freedom that you want. Now for me personally, that was life coaching. And if you're curious about how to create and grow a successful life coaching business, I'll leave you some links in the description so you can join our life coaching certification waitlist or apply to work with me one-on-one. But make sure that whatever you decide to put your time and energy into, that you create something that you actually enjoy doing and not something you hate. As a matter of fact, I told you that I'm on a family vacation where I'm taking some business along with me. And it's because I love what it is that I do, I love the impact that I can make, and I love the freedom of being able to do it wherever I want. Now you might get to this point in the video, and you might wonder what are all the tangible things you need to know before leaving your job. Don't worry, I got you covered. Tap the screen where Teresa and I shared this workshop of the 10 things you absolutely need to know before you leave your job. In this video, we're talking more about taxes, health insurance, and things you need to understand right now. Thank you for what you do out there every single day, and keep leading from the front, leader. Bye.